大丈夫じゃなさそうだな。
すみません。
ほら、手を貸せ。
お。
So this episode of Angel Next Door, absolutely fantastic, absolutely fire. I have a really bold prediction now because I can see the writing on the wall for where this anime is heading. Over the past couple of episodes, if you weren't around, basically I kind of gave my opinion on, I really hope that this anime doesn't lead us down a path of them never being together, or like they leave off on a cliffhanger saying like, oh, if there were a season 2, they might get there. And I was really hoping and banking and displaying my concern that I hope this anime gets to a point to where Amane and Sheena really do get together, whether it's them going on a date or officially becoming a couple or them kissing or having like some kind of special moment that increases their bond from friendly neighbors / friends, good friends, to boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they want to conceptualize that as. I want them to take that next step, right? Once they kiss, or once they, consummate, or once they go on like a date, like, it elevates them out of the friend zone thing. So I was really hoping that this happens. Well, now based on this episode, watching it again, really fantastic episode, I've kind of solidified my opinions as I 100% think we are going to get there. They're going to share a moment, whether it's them kissing, whether it's them taking things a little bit further, whether it's them agreeing to go on a date, or whether it's just them realizing that they both love each other and maybe they both confess their love, like they physically say, that they love, that one loves another and one reciprocates that. Whether it's Amane taking that leap forward or whether it's Sheena taking that leap forward. I 100% now think that by episode 8, at latest episode 9, I think that we will 100% get there. My bold prediction now is I think once we get there, I can see the writing on the wall based on Sheena's interactions with Amane's parents, considering how involved Amane's parents have been now, including mom and now dad. I can see the writing on the wall as the big hurdle or the big thing they're going to have to face to have their relationship kind of be a real thing is now going to be Sheena's parents. I can see the writing on the freaking wall that Sheena's parents are going to be the main crux, the main thing that's going to hold them back. And it's going to be because they're going to disapprove of Amane, not because he's not a good guy, not because he doesn't provide kind of like any real love for Sheena, not because of anything, simply because they are not, he is not the guy that they picked for him. Now, at this point, we know that her parents are rich, right? We know that she's lived a very rich life. We know that she has a very strained, non-existent relationship with her parents. We have to assume at this point that they're moguls. They could be business owners, hotel owners. They could be they are rich enough to be super important and super non-existent in her life, to the fact that she's hinted that she was kind of raised by like maids or like housekeepers or whatever. She was basically raised by people who were not her parents. So you have to imagine that at this point her parents are so important, so valuable, so rich, that they want her life predestined and pre-planned out based on however they want to, mend those weaves and get those webs going. So I can see, again, that the writing on the wall is going to be their biggest hurdle for love. Their biggest thing that they're going to have to get over is going to be her parents, and they're going to have to approve of Amane. And I can already, again, like I say, see the writing on the wall to where like, they're not going to approve of this guy at all. And they might even like force her to come home, because I can guarantee that she is there. She's allowed to live alone, away from the house, because like they got fed up with her, or they made a deal with her, or they did something. But basically, like one of two things is gonna happen. They're not gonna approve of him, and then they're gonna pull her back. They're gonna say, "You gotta come back home." They're gonna pull her out of school. He's gonna miss her. There's gonna be like this whole like very predictable thing. I can see it all on the wall. They're gonna pull her back. You're not supposed to fall in love. You can't have a boyfriend. You can't can't do this, you can't do that, blah blah blah. They're gonna pull her back. She's not gonna show up to school anymore. He's gonna have like a running scene of him going and trying to fight her or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not gonna get to that level of predictableness. But regardless, I can see the writing on the wall that her parents are gonna be their biggest hurdle to approve of their relationship. And I think, at some point they are going to say that they love each other. I think at some point they're going to realize that like they're inseparable. I think, the comfortability, the friendship, I think is just going to grow into something more. It's already grown into something more. They're complimenting each other more. They're basically saying that they like the way each other looks, they enjoy their company, they miss each other, he already is touching her, and she likes it, and he's gonna end up like maybe hugging her, she's gonna hug him. Like there's gonna be some kind of there's gonna be romance that definitely blooms there. And I think once it happens and once it fully blooms and we get that beautiful flower, I think the next thing is going to be her parents and maybe his parents will step in to try and like smooth out that relationship, because they're not like they definitely work and stuff, but they seem pretty well put together. They can afford to have him in his own apartment, so they're probably not wealthy and rich to their level, and they're not like, but they're well off people, so it's not like they're like bad people or anything. So I think that's going to be the thing that comes later on in the anime. Now, again, I could be completely wrong. This could just be their love story. They could never even mention her parents. Maybe they do, and they're like, yeah, do what you want. We don't care about you kind of thing. We don't know. It could be something very simple like that, too. For the rest of this episode, though, specifically outside of the prediction that I have, love that we're not going crazy with the timeline. We literally jumped from Christmas and now we're in New Year. So I think that this slow burn I really enjoy. Normally in anime, we skip sometimes months at a time, and it's really hard to keep track of certain timelines within the anime. But I like how we literally went from Christmas to like 6 days later, right? Just a few days later with them spending New Year's together, I think, which is really cute. I love how Amane's friends tease him. I love how his mom teases him about her and everything too. I like how moms came over ready with a kimono and everything. I like how dad came over with like nice turtleneck, really kind of like making his son look good. I thought that was all really nice. I like how they spent their day together at the festival. I like how they held hands. I like how she got really comfortable holding hands. They shared drinks, very normal stuff too. I like how at school there was rumors that were spreading, but the main thing that I loved about the rumor that spread wasn't the fact that they were like, oh, Mahiru or Sheena or whatever has a boyfriend, all that stuff. I like how it was, and they didn't diss on him, right? Like they were like, oh, I can't believe she's with this guy, or I can't believe like this ugly dude, nothing. I like how they're like, oh yeah, and the guy she was with was very handsome. I wonder where, I like how it was like an ego boost for him too, to where it's like, okay, yeah, she, the angel, quote unquote, of this school, was seen with this guy, but it wasn't out of turn. Like people were wondering, like, oh, I can't believe she's with that guy. It was more of like, wow, he's really handsome too. Like of course, the angel would be with a really good-looking guy. So that's that's a good thing for him too. So I thought that was a really cool moment. And then I love how at the end of the episode we had the embarrassment between the two, as he was like, yeah, I know you would never be with somebody like me, and she didn't say no. She actually kind of like boosted his ego. She's like, you need to stop being so like low self-esteem, so self-worthlessness. You matter. You're this. She listed off a bunch of things. He's like, oh my god, I don't even know how to handle all this information coming to me. So I thought that was a really cute moment as well for them. So overall, really great episode. Episode 5, really enjoyable. But I can kind of see the writing on the wall of where we're going. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it goes down a path that even I can't imagine, because I'm really loving the story. I think even if it goes down that predictable path, I think this anime, I have faith in it at this point to do it in a really tasteful and enjoyable way to watch. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.